that you can connect in to things. Okay.
Sir, Michael sir, here is some function. Here is Ambedkar Jayanti in India, so not possible to hear you properly.
Okay, so, sorry, yeah, because I lost you for a moment there too. Yeah. All right, we will stay in contact. Thank you very much.
Sir. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much.
Okay, Mr. Kevin O'Keefe, I'm turning you on. Should be able to unmute.
Hi, Michael. Hi.
Hi, Kevin.
Yeah, I'm calling from Ireland. Just a fairly basic question. I invested 25,000 euros back in June 2018 and wasn't able to move on from that. The money went in, but wasn't able to transfer all through the various iterations. What do I do about that, or how do I track that?
If you have communication from, because we're able to work with that situation if we have something to go on, which would be just an email communication that you could share with support.
Yeah, where do I send that? Because I've got various email threads, but I wasn't getting a lot of replies.
Okay. What I would say is we're right in the process of, so mVault we're going to be relaunching, but what I would say, let me give you two emails just in case, just to be 100% sure. So one is support@mvault.io.
Hang on a second now. And if you could spell the second part.
Yeah, it's MVAULT.io.
So .io. If I've got that right, it's support at Nancy Victor Alpha.
Oh, sorry. No, Matthew Victor. So mVault.
Okay. So I just make sure I get this right. So mVault. So it's M for Matthew, as you say, V for Victor, A for Alpha, U for Uniform, L for Lima, and T for Tango. Is that right?
Correct. Yep.
.io. Okay. Yeah, I can send on that. Some email threads back and forth here.
And what you should do is put in the subject line, put 2018, and I will alert them about that. And this is something we're transitioning that because there's another site that we're launching. So as a backup, and maybe you can just add it in the distribution list, put mVault help. mVault help at protonmail.com. That's just a backup in case there's any delivery issue, which there shouldn't be, but I just want to make sure that your situation gets handled. Yes, we can do that. That there's ways, but there's no access anymore to all the net leader stuff is completely gone. What we can do is piece together what would have happened and what if everything had gone correctly, and then restore your situation in mVault. So
that'll be great, because as I say, I've got some email traffic back and forth here, and I'll send that on and see. Okay. If we can track the cash would be a start, because I never moved on to a wallet or anything else like that. And just the 25 grand went in and that was it.
Okay, so what we can work with that situation, as long as if you have the email, because usually you would have gotten an email confirming when you did that's what we can work with that.
And I had some conversation with some people here. So look, we'll kick that off and see how it goes. Thank you.
All right, thank you. I'm gonna click on the, I guess it's Cyrillic, or it's maybe, we need it in English, but I will, I'm assuming that you're gonna be speaking in English. So it's an alphabet that I cannot even pronounce. So can you, if you've got, it should be showing now. You can unmute.
Hello, Michael.
Beautiful. Yes.
Can I speak?
Yes.
I'm from Russia, and I'm really happy listening to you because we met with you in Barcelona many years ago. And today, I'm really glad to hear you. Michael, I've got a question. I've listened to you very carefully, but still I haven't understood for the sake of what will our token grow. Can you tell some words about it? Or maybe it's very hard to tell in short, and we'll do it later.
Well, there's a number of projects that are going to be launching here that are building value. That's kind of what. So the whole idea is to build utility using. I'm sorry, I was getting some feedback.
So they have not launched yet. Yes, this project. They are only in project.
Well, they're about to be launched. Yes, they're and yes, correct. That they will be launched, and yeah, I will say that we've had a period here where we had to struggle to get out of the situation. We were captured by centralized forces here for quite a while. And,
yes, I know.
Yeah.
Situation is very hard now, really.
But I really believe that now that with this transition onto Algorand, we're able to now finally use the real power of blockchain to deliver value, to do some, provide some real solutions. And that's what's going to build the value of our ecosystem and of our token. That you've got to have it be used for things. And so it's all about utility.
Yes, I understand. And one more question. You spoke about Algorand as a very good blockchain, but can you tell me, please, what is the speed of this blockchain and how much will cost the transaction, if you know?
Yeah, the speed is, I mean, it's under 5 seconds now, approaching, they're going to be moving it down to under 3 seconds. But it's the cost, to your point. It's the last part, that it's a tenth, it's under a tenth of a cent. So a lot of people talk about, oh, well, Ethereum is now, it's orders of magnitude less expensive. So at the current price right now, it is like, it's well under a tenth of a cent. It's like,
okay. Thank you very much. Very glad to hear you. Bye.
Thank you. Yeah, it's good to hear from you. Take care. Okay. Alien, you need to unmute.
Hi.
Hello. Getting
Hello?
a little feedback. Yeah, but I can hear you. Go ahead.
Yes, can you hear me?
Yeah, that's better. That's better.
Okay. Hi. I would like to ask when GRN is going to be listed in Algorand exchanges.
Once, I think that, so the steps would be, first we need our 2 contracts for the Green DAO and the power dowel to be released, which is scheduled for the end of May. And at that point, it would make sense, but we want it to be a vote. You know, that's going to be one of the first votes that we would take as a community. So that would be the start of our decision-making process. And then we would very quickly list on whatever the community decides, you know. And again, it is a question that there hopefully will be some healthy discussion on about, you know, there are centralized exchanges and there are decentralized exchanges, and, you know, they both required, there's different things required, but they are, there's decisions to be made in both. And we want that to happen from the community. So I would say it's very close, but it will take the time of those contracts coming on board and then for the voting to begin. So we're looking at, that's going to be July that we would be voting for the first time in the current schedule.
Right. Okay. Thank you. And see, how long is the voting process gonna be?
That's something we also want to ultimately decide as a community, but the initial will be there'll be 2-week campaigns for the initial vote, and that's another early decision point for the community of how do they want to structure that. You know, there's, as you might know, there's different ways you can go with that, but the starting point would be a 2-week window for voting.
Okay, thank you. And when can we do anything with our tokens, like sale in exchanges, trade in exchanges? When can we start doing anything?
I think that's, you know, in that third quarter, so we need the load in kind of to the contract for the governance pools, because that's what triggers the voting. And there'll be a period in June, the majority of June, when that will first be happening. And as that closes, then the first campaigns, the voting campaigns will be happening. And so it's going to require those decisions to be made by the community. And so I would think that third quarter is a very realistic time period for that to be happening.
Okay,
it's not too far away.
It's really good to hear, because right. Yeah, so
yes.
I'm an early initiator of Dascoin, and I have been, working on this project for a long time now.
Well,
so
I really appreciate your steadfastness. Where are you calling from? Where are you located?
India. I'm from India.
You're from India. Very good.
Right.
Well, I do believe that your patience will be rewarded. We're going to get, we're turning the corner here at long last. So thank you for being, faithful to the community.
Right, yeah. And thank you as well for not giving up on the project and still moving on after all the ups and downs. Thank you so much. And actually, as an early initiator, I have some problems and I don't want to talk about it right here. I would like to write you an email. So can I write something in the subject so that you will, notice my email? Or is there any personal email addresses I can write to you?
Yes, you could write me at GRN Power at protonmail.com. That's a box that is being, I'm looking after at the moment. So you can put it there. In general, we want to use the support function, but I'm very happy to help someone who has been with us for such a long time. And, so yeah, please. So it's grnpower@protonmail.com.
Proton, can you please?
Proton. Oh, I'm sorry. PROTON mail.com.
Okay. Okay, Proton. Thank you so much. And I really believe in you and your vision, your project, especially the GSTP project. Thank you so much. And yeah, that'll be
Thanks
all
so
for
much.
me. Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Tell Matt.